Hey guys, so as you can see here in Minnesota last night we had a hard frost. So our growing season is officially over. We've done a lot of experiments in the past year since our size of the pot experiment. We did different kinds of tomatoes, what kind grow here best in Minnesota, hybrid big boy. Can you put two plants in one pot and so you kind of fool them? No, you can't. And this year we did an experiment with these new cloth pots versus the traditional plastic or earthenware pots. These new cloth pots apparently allow more oxygen into the soil, more air, so that the plant can grow better. So we did an experiment. We did the exact same two plants, watered them the same, gave them the same amount of sun, tried to keep the growing experience the same for both plants, and then we would count and weigh each tomato that we got from each plant to see which plant grew more tomatoes. We did have a strange growing season here in Minnesota. It was very dry and very hot, so the plants kind of petered out a little bit in August, but the numbers don't lie. The numbers are pretty straightforward. The traditional pot is better than the cloth pot. And here's why. So here's the numbers. In the cloth pot, we had a total of 11 tomatoes. These hybrid big boy tomatoes grow well here in Minnesota. For a total of 59.6 ounces of tomatoes, an average of 5.4 ounces per tomato. In the plastic pot, we had 27 tomatoes, 97.9 ounces total, but for an average, they were smaller, 3.6 ounces. So here's the numbers. By numbers, the plastic pot gave us 145% more tomatoes. By weight, the plastic pot gave us 64% more tomatoes by weight. But the cloth pot did make bigger tomatoes, 50% bigger for the smaller amount. It's pretty telling. These cloth pots, at least for tomatoes, weren't any better. In fact, they were significantly worse. Now, I'll be honest, we did put some jalapeno peppers in two different kind of pots. One a traditional pot and one a cloth pot. Now, we did not keep these the same. I don't know who, one probably got more sun, but size difference is huge. The one in the cloth pot is a jalapeno tree, and the one in the regular pot is more our experience. We get 5 or 6 jalapenos. We have tons of jalapenos this year from the one on the cloth pot. So it might be based upon cloth. It might be based upon the type of plant. As you can see, one of the problems with the cloth pot is when you water it, I just think that it evaporates a lot faster. And the water, if you overflow it, tends to fall out the sides. So in an arid year like this, having the traditional plastic pot, I think, maintain more moisture, and therefore the tomato did better. The cloth would breathe more. I think it would get drier quicker. So I think that's one of the biggest differences. And maybe the peppers like that more. The tomatoes definitely didn't. So there you have it. 145% more in the traditional pot than in the cloth pot. Keep growing. It's we love growing our tomatoes and our peppers and our herbs out here on the deck and just plucking them and cooking with them. Hope you have fun. Cook well. It's worth it.